If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go up. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care. Here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Your plan speaks volumes when you're going to have a drink. Be intentional to ensure your safety and the safety of others by keeping just a few things in mind. The first is to look out for your friends and be the designated driver. Even if someone says they're fine doesn't mean they are. Second, incorporate water into your night. Ordering a glass can encourage your friends to take note. Third, be the person your friends trust and say no to the next round. And fourth, lend a hand when your friends have reached their limit. Your plan speaks volumes. Know your drink. Know your limit.
We had a member that came into the credit union who doesn't historically come in. She went up to the teller line and said she wanted $25,000 in cash. The teller kind of questioned her about it, and she said, "I'm buying a car," but she was kind of fidgety. And is that when she went to you first?
She had to make a phone call to see who it was payable to, and that was
Which is way weird. I mean, that's a huge red flag. And that's kind of when I came up there and I just said, "Are you comfortable coming to my office if we just sit down and talk about this?"
And that's where you took the phone and talked to the person on the other line, right?
Then to hit the button on the phone and disconnect them, for her to say thank you.
I'd rather ask the uncomfortable questions than hear that I just assisted someone losing $25,000.
Perfect. That's when you know you did a good job that day.
At First Command, our advisors are committed to coaching you towards a financial future worthy of your service. We're dedicated to coaching you from the start of your military career to retirement and beyond, at home or during deployment, for when things get tough and when times are good. Let us show you how we honor what matters most to you. It's time to get started today.
All right, Jim, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to learn the option.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings, with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara, or wonton tacos, waffle fries, ribbons, with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue, or brew puff pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
How many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Since 1977, Northwest Tires has been your partner on the road for over 40 years. People have put their trust in our quality brand tires and expert service on the roads and in the fields for work, play, and travel. Northwest Tire, keeping you rolling down the road.
Hello and welcome inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota. I am Ken Oda getting you ready for tonight's game here on the Farmers Union pregame show. Flying solo on this trip, so I'll do my best to keep production value high, but without Kobe, it's going to be a bit of a battle. Toros swept last weekend by these Austin Bruins at home. Now get to face them in their building. Final time we'll see the Bruins this season, and for the first time since the Minotauros' first season, the Toros will be playing a game while eliminated from playoff contention. The only other times the Toros have missed the playoffs, besides this year and year one, of course the 2019-2020 season, which there were no playoffs, and the 2021-22 season, in which the Toros were eliminated on the final day of the regular season. In fact, they were actually eliminated 2 days after the final day of the regular season because of a blizzard that forced the reschedule of a Toros and Bobcats game that was supposed to be in Minot on that Friday. Toros and Bobcats played a winner gets into the playoffs game on that Monday night instead, and the Toros lost, and the Bobcats earned the 4 seed. So, not a bad run for the Toros to have gone this long without playing a game, having been eliminated from playoff contention. I would note also that year of the pandemic where there were no playoffs, Toros were in playoff position, so they would have been a playoff team had the season not ended prematurely. But let's take a look at tonight's Noodles numbers, brought to you by our friends at Noodles and Company in Minotauros this season, 0-5-1 against the Austin Bruins. Goals per game, 2.85 for the Toros, 4.19 for the Bruins. And then you see a flip in the goals against per game. Toros allowing 3.79, Austin just 2.32. Toros on the power play, that is a little bit more respectable for the Toros. That 20.55% is a decent number, still only ranks 21st in the league. The Bruins, they have the game's top power play, 29.28%. Toros, second to last on the kill, 72.15%. The Bruins, 81.61%. That will bring us to our interactive games. You can play these in the Toros Hockey mobile app. Open them up for a chance to win prizes throughout tonight's contest. The first is the Forebears over-unders. Total Toros goals, that's set at 2.5. I'm going to take the over on that one. Toro power play opportunities, 3.5 when playing the Bruins. It's a safe bet to take the over there. And total combined penalty minutes, 25.5. I'm betting that goes over as well. We saw quite a bit of bad blood between these clubs last weekend in Minot. Excuse me. That'll bring us to our McDonald's Toros trivia question, which is, how many Toros have had 100 or more points in their Toro career? Your options are 1, 2, 3, or 4. Obviously, I know the answer, so I'm not going to guess, but you can. Again, the Toros Hockey mobile app under the interactive tab, a chance to win prizes throughout tonight's contest. That will bring us to the home key group. Keys to the game. Again, with the Toros for the first time in my 14 seasons in the Magic City, playing a game without an impact on the playoff picture. With just 6 games left in the regular season, my home key group key to the game is the Toros need to earn it. Whether it is 2 points tonight, or stats on their individual record tonight, or a spot on next year's Toros roster, the Toros need to step up and show that they are willing to fight for it, even though technically the games don't mean anything as far as the playoff picture. There is still a lot to play for in their hockey careers. Minotauros Booster Club player to watch. Along those lines, I am going with the Toros goaltender Chase Anderson. He gets the start. The 06 goaltender is eligible to return next season. Since coming to the Minotauros from the Q, he is 1-5-2 with an .885 save percentage and a 3.833 goals against average. That's a number that the Toros would love to see improve heading into next year. A couple of strong games down the stretch here can set him up to come back as a 20-year-old and have a productive final season of juniors. We are nearing pregame introductions here. As I said, Toros eliminated from the playoff picture, but still a lot to play for. Also, I'll be interested to see how much of that bad blood carries over from last weekend. The Toros obviously don't have to worry about staying eligible for the postseason. The Bruins, of course, do, so it'll be interesting to see that dynamic take place on the ice. Looks like they're about to start pregame, so we will kick you out to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll drop the puck. Toros and Bruins from the Spam Can here in Austin, Minnesota.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Asphalt have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to good times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even good time. Ackerman Asphalt, working to enhance your everyday life.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business. Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
All right, Jim, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings, with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara, or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue, or brew puff pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
How many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Is someone in your life using opioids? Know the signs of an overdose. Limp body, slow breathing, or vomiting. Step 1 is to call 911 and give them naloxone. It will reverse an overdose, so it can be used even if you're unsure whether they're overdosing or not. Request a free 2-dose naloxone kit now at hhs.nd.gov/opioids.
A better smile isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. At Prestwich Orthodontics, we believe straight teeth lead to more than confidence. They lead to better health, higher quality of life, and a stronger you. From Invisalign to braces, our care is built around improving your life, not just your smile. Because when you feel good, you live better. Start your journey today at mynotbraces.com.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call or visit CircleSanitation.com.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Whitfield.
Where'd you come from?
I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team.
First Western, you can bank on us.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go up. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care. Here to keep you firing all cylinders.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena, as we near puck drop here 6 games left in the regular season. Let's take a look at the Toros starting lines, brought to you by our friends at SRT Communications. Toros going with the Morelli line, flanked by Briggs, Connaught, and Murray. On defense, Bedard and Mullen get the start, and it'll be Anderson in net for the Toros. Toros wearing the traveling black. For tonight's game, black buckets, breezers, and gloves, red shoulders and sides, cream. Names and numbers for the men from the Magic City. The Bruins in their home whites. White socks, black buckets, breezers, and gloves, black names and numbers trimmed in. They call it gold, but it is yellow. This is Coleman into the zone. Right off the hop, centering feed, skips wide to the cage. Far side, Spadaro pokes at it. Paddington turning, looks to center. Quick shot, save made. Rebound given. Hacked at it, ends up at the side of the net. Mullen secures it, but the Toros fail to clear. Connaught on the far side. Looks to hand up ice on the far side. It's Murray. Poked off his stick by Lipset and dumped right back into the Toro end. Puck checks up in the near corner for Spadaro. Spadaro moves it along Mullen. Mullen tries the far side, and Murray, who will hoist this out. Arm is up for icing. They'll wave it off. It has to be played by Nathan Williams. The Bruins captain looks up ice. Has a man into the zone. Shot wide of the net. Puck caroms to the near side. And all the way back out. Lund gathers there. Banks out to neutral. Picked off by Nemenko. He looks to fight through, but it's taken off his stick by Lovejoy. Move to the near side. Prusek with a long shot. Tip goes wide of Cody Butkus. Nathan Williams spins back to the far side and Lund. Lund looking up the far wall. Able to jam it out to neutral. Good hit by Dane Ramirez. Prusek having trouble. Wickland steps in. Ty James ends up with the puck. Prusek uses the glass to flip that out to neutral. They'll scrum right back along that far side wall. Eventually dumped into the Toro zone. Anderson almost falls down going after it, but he's able to keep his feet and play to the far side. Wickland touches for Nemenko. Up ice. Pavlicic. His shot blocked to the corner. Puck up ice. Lipset for Routh. Routh tries a shot. Stopped by Anderson. Rebound carried in behind the net. Foils has it taken away by Beckwith. Centering feed blocked by Stewart, and it caroms all the way down to the Bruin end. Doyle pursued by Nolan, plays it to the near side, and Lung along the near side. It's up ice for Beckwith. He has a man going to the front. Tip play. It ends up off the pad of the goaltender Anderson. Far side, Nolan sweeps it up ice. We've played 2.5 minutes, and we've yet to have our first whistle. Nolan goes down. Puck taken away. Starting up ice is Haruza. Haruza walks in. Can't force it through. It's still loose in front of Anderson. And finally, he uses the stick to hold it against the pad and get a whistle. 17-19 to play here in period number 1. Still no score. Several fans checking in here on social media already on the Facebook feed. Shelley and the kids checking in from Bismarck for the Wild West Shootout Spring Hockey. Eric, Ty, and Amanda Bauer checking in from Minot. The Coreys are in Glenburn. Wally and the Mocs in Minot. And Tanya Shaw-Canaro is in Richardton. Draw will be to the right of Anderson. Bouncing puck to the far side. Dawson pokes at it. Bobby Williams keeps it in and plays down to the corner. Ty James. Paddington sweeps it along to the near side. Shot blocked. Picked up by Rien. Thrown down the ice. Nichols after it. Wins the race to it, but then lost it to Bobby Williams. Puck pops up high in the air. Albert just punches it to the corner. Bobby Williams has it again. Pressured by Habla. He throws out to neutral where Dawson takes over. Dawson comes to the near side. Dumps it cross corner. Connaught up on the pressure. Albert there first, however, and he throws this one all the way down to the Toro end. Mullen Cross for Spadaro. He looks up ice, tipped into the zone by Connaught. Albert behind his net, gives to Nathan Williams, swept around to the near side, turned over in front, shot gloved and held by Butkus. 16-18 left to go here in the first period. Toros and Bruins are scoreless. Let's get a look at Cody Butkus, a .915 save percentage, 2.345 goals against average, 18-5-3 record on the season for Butkus. Another shot, and that deflects up and out of play. 16-14 to go here in period number 1. More fans checking in. The Lawrences are at home, as are the Bookers, and Aaron and Michelle Bliven are aboard. Morelli on this draw, but it's won by the Bruins. Nathan Williams retreats behind his cage. Pursued by Murray, played to the far side. Mullen tied up. Morelli finds it, tries to chip for Connaught. It doesn't connect. Picked up instead by Franchetti. He'll come to the near side. Spadaro steps into a man on that near side wall. Connaught there as well. He's put down hard. Eventually, he regains his feet and possession of the puck. Sends it in on net where Butkus plays it behind. Nathan Williams. He'll start the Bruins up the far side. Watched by Ramirez and Nemenko. He gains the line. Chips it deep. Anderson out of his net. Plays it around to the near side. That gets by the pinching Ruth. But the Toros can't find it in neutral. Dumped in. Gloved and played by Anderson. To the near corner in Prusek. Prusek tries Ramirez. Ramirez gives to Nemenko, right back to Ramirez, who's hit hard on the near side, but he gained the red line and rolled it deep. Butkus stops. Puck played to the far side. A pinching Ty James punches it behind the net. It doesn't connect with Nemenko as Doyle cuts it off. Doyle trying to get up the far side. Toros take it away. Feed to the middle, broken up, however. It's taken over by Sorensen. Sorensen gives to the near side and Lund. Lund looks to the far side. It'll be carried up ice by Klein. Klein working on Ty James is forced in behind the net. Tries to leave it there for help. He finds Sorensen. Sorensen up to the blue line. Does well to keep that in the zone. Now he walks right down Broadway. Shot goes up and over. It comes over the crossbar. And Anderson got the glove on it. I'm sure the iPad on the Bruins bench is busy trying to get another look. The shot went over the net, hit the glass, came back, landed on top of the net, rolled over the crossbar, landed in behind Anderson, who quickly spun around and got the glove over it. Near side, Bruins control the draw. Coleman walks in, wires, save made by Anderson. Picked up and played ahead. Into the zone is Nolan. He throws one on net. That'll be covered and held by Butkus for a whistle. 14:33 left to go here in period number 1. Still no score. Chris Anderson checking in from home. The Tobridges are aboard in Minot. The Kowitzes and the Smith-Manic crew all tuned in from home as well. 14:33 to play here in period 1. Still no score. 50-50 draw eventually found by the Bruins. Bobby Williams rings it to the near side. A pinching Stewart deflects that up and out of play. It landed in a garbage can, I think. Nope, next to the garbage can. That would have been a heck of a shot. Meanwhile, Linda Bowers checking in from Stanley. Waiting for another draw down at the Toro end so that we can take a look at Chase Anderson's numbers. Meanwhile, Foyle's line out. Wins the draw back. Warren hacks it to the corner. This is back to the near point and Stewart. Stewart, long shot deflects off traffic. Nolan couldn't get his stick free. Poked out by Stewart. On-man rush the other way now. Paddington walks in, looks to the middle. Broken up by a sliding Warren. Now the Toros look to turn quickly. Pavlovicic has it poked free as he crosses the blue line. Coleman rings it deep. Dawson looking to turn up the far wall. Now we'll drop it back to Mullen. Mullen uses the glass to throw that ahead, but Doyle picks it off and dumps it back in. Doyle, long shot save made. Rebound checks up behind the net. In behind the Toro net comes the puck. Toros send it out to neutral. Bruins send it right back to their blue line. Toros punt it back. Eventually picked up by Simon Marshnak. He has it poked free. Lucas Rayan looking for Nichols. Has it taken away by Matt Marshnak. And finally, as it rolls on net, we get a whistle. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty call. So meanwhile, let's look at Chase Anderson's numbers. .876 save percentage of 4.32 goals against average through 9 games played for Anderson. 12:59 left to go. They are putting a Bruin in the box. Just waiting for a signal. It'll be too many men. Served by Simon Marshnak. Toros to the power play. On the power play, 20.55%, 21 ranked power play in the league. The Bruins on the kill, 10th, 81.61, but they have a league-leading 18 shorthanded goals, including one last weekend in Minot. Lipset takes this away. Ty James takes it back. James taken into the wall by Lipset. Puck tied up along that far side wall, eventually dug out by Connaught. Nolan on the far side, dumps it in. It'll ride the rail around to the near side. Nathan Williams can't clear. Wickland looks up top for Ty James. James long shot, tip out front by Nolan, and it's in. Nolan gets the Toros on the board. With the redirect on Sorensen. Up to the blue line. Does well to keep the power play for Nolan. It's his second as a Toro. There's a quick shot, goes up and over Anderson. Bruins still control. Shot tipped by Connaught. Another long shot saved by Anderson as he's getting crushed by traffic. Morelli and Klein went crashing in. Given the hot tempers last weekend, I'm surprised that didn't evolve into some silliness. 11:41. Left to go here in period one. Toros still lead. Lipset turnaround try. That goes up and over. Let's take a look again at that earlier save. Blue line does well to keep that in the zone. Now he walks right down Broadway. Shot goes up and over. It comes over the crossbar. And Anderson got the glove on it. I'm sure the iPad on the Bruins bench is busy trying to get another look. The shot went over the net. Ramirez tips this ahead. Into the zone, Toros pressuring. This will get sent down the ice. It'll go for an icing. Icing's brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. .50 draw in the offensive zone, eventually dug out by the Bruins, flipped out to neutral for Prusek. Lipset lost a stick, delayed offside, so Wickland couldn't pursue that puck. Coleman to the far side, feeds Paddington. Ty James steps into him. Nemenko finds the puck. Chips it up the wall. Paddington dumps it in. Right at Prusek. He'll control. Bruins touch up. Toros control, however. Pass for Nemenko's off the mark. Prusek finds this and works around Paddington. Prusek looking to dance in, gets stood up by Doyle. Routh picks up the puck. Plays to the far side. Long pass ahead. Intended for Franchetti, picked off by Ty James. James into the zone. Hands off Pavlicic. His shot is gobbled up by Butkus. Speaking of Butkus, let's take a look at the goal he just allowed. The redirect by Nolan on the power play. Draw to the left of Butkus. 10:30 to play here in period one. Stewart on this. He goes down hard. Franchetti feeds Ruth in the middle. Hand off to Beckwith. Didn't connect. Stewart delivers a big hit. Franchetti finds the puck behind the net. Plays it to the near point and Doyle. Doyle, long shot. Tip save made by Anderson. Far side, Nolan. Flips that out. Arm is up. This will go for an icing. Icing is brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. So the draw comes back down to Anderson. Let's take a look at the Toros. Point leaders Luca Ori, Ty James, and Briggs Cannot. Draw to the right of Anderson. Eventually controlled by Nolan. He gets held up by Matt Marcinek, and the puck dumped into the Toro end. Warren back on it. He's taken into the boards by Simon Marcinek. Bouncing puck behind the net. Toros come out with it. Pavlicic dumps this in behind the net. It'll check up behind the cage. Lang to the far side. Haruza dumps it near side corner. Matt Marcinek, the first to it, sweeps it behind the net. No one home. Bruins find it on the far wall. Send it right back in for Haruza behind the net. Push to the near side. Bobby Williams pinches down. Bobby Williams throws to the middle. It hits a leg and Karam's behind the net. Picked up with Spadaro. He'll give to Nichols. Toro start up ice with speed. Nichols banks it in deep. Looks to chase it down himself. Throws it in front. It's cut off by Matt Marcinek. When the Bruins go the other way, it's Haruza working all alone as the rest of his mates went for a change. 535 seconds left to play here in the period. Dawson pokes that ahead. Dumped right back into the Toro end. Anderson will try the near side now, and Spadaro. Spadaro's missed. Thrown to the middle. Sorensen keeps it alive, working down low. Murray able to jam that out to neutral. It'll roll down into the Bruins zone. Banked ahead on the near side. Morelli keeps it in the zone. Not having trouble. Perreault in the near corner, right by the door the Bruins enter the ice from. We'll try the far side. Ty James takes over in neutral and sends it right back in. Side of the net. Stopped by Butkus for Nathan Williams. Bruins try the far side, and Ty James dumps it right back in. Awkward carom. Butkus decided to just stay in the blue paint and let his mates figure it out. Spun to the near side. Haruza walking to the middle. Ramirez pressuring. Nathan Williams finds it. Up the near wall, thrown ahead. They find Sorensen. Sorensen, a soft chip. 7:40 to go here in period number 1. Pushed to the near side. Williams keeps it in. That's Bobby Williams. They have a pair of unrelated Williams on the roster due to the Bruins. Simon Marshneck throws to brother Matt to the near side. Bobby Williams up top. Albert, he gives to Simon Marshneck. His shot's tipped. It'll land in the corner. Glove down to the stick by Matt. Up top, D to D. This is Bobby Williams. Long shot, redirect, and Anderson keeps it underneath. Anderson was moving right to left, and that shot redirected. He was able to close the 5-hole on that and kept sliding past the cage, holding on and denying the Bruins the game-tying goal. 7:08 left to go here in period number 1. More fans checking in on social. The Okasons are in the Magic City. Larry King is aboard with the rest of the Kings. And Donna and Walt are in Ridley Park, Pennsylvania. Let's get another look at the Nolan goal. Brought to you by our friends at McKenzie Health. Toros were on the power play. It was Ty James starting it with the long shot up top. Nolan redirected, and you see it just trickle inside the near post. Of course, that goal came not long after Sorensen. Up to the blue line. More does wild saves. You'll see it right down Broadway. Sorensen goes up and over. It comes over the crossbar. And it's hard to see. And Anderson got the glove on it. I'm sure. In front. And Anderson was able to spin around and get the cover. The bench is busy trying to get another look. Keeping it scoreless. Draw is to the left of Anderson. Foils and Coleman. Coleman positioning Lipset for a set face-off play. Toros spoil it. Pavlicic comes away with it, gains the red line, sends it deep. Butkus to the far side. Toros close off the wall. Puck thrown to the middle. Nathan Williams finds it first, chips out to neutral where Stewart gains the line. Stewart turning, looking for help. Now he rings it deep. Nolan stepped into by Lund. Pavlicic puts it underneath, and now it's eventually picked up by the Bruins, and they'll work the other way. It's Paddington. His toss to the near side, and Coleman doesn't connect. Toros bank this out to neutral. Albert finds it first and floats it wide of Anderson's net. Jax Warren picks it up and plays to the near side. Toros mishandle, and Ruth just lost control and then couldn't find it again. Bobby Williams picks this off, but it's poked out by Foils. Klein throws this into the Toro zone once again. Stewart back on it. Near side, Rien couldn't hold on, and it's out to neutral where the Bruins have to wait for their mates to get onside. It's dumped in. Warren looking up the ice, missed Nichols. Rien trying to chase this down against Sorensen. Sorensen does well to keep it and play to the near side, and Ruth. He finds Albert, who joins the rush. The defenseman plays to the near side, and Klein. Klein working on Dawson. Shot off the outside of the cage. This is turned over in front, stopped by Anderson, and then mishandled by the Toros, but it does bounce out to neutral. That's an offside play on the touch, and they'll say it's an intentional offside, so they'll bring the draw all the way back down into the Bruins zone. A mental error there for the Bruins. The draw will be to the right of Butkus. 5:29 left to go here in the opening frame. Toros lead 1-0 on Nolan's second of the season. Morelli wins the draw back, bouncing puck. Murray couldn't settle it down. Pushed down to the Toro end. Prusek finds it. Prusek spins it around to the far side and Ty James. James cleared the zone. It's thrown back in, bounces to the near corner. Prusek. Far side, Ty James. Hands off to Murray. Murray touches for Morelli. Mackley Morelli looking into the corner on the far side. Pokes it down low for Cannot. Tried to jam it to the front. Murray, it doesn't connect. James finds it, comes across for Murray. Shot save made. Rebound to the near side wall. Prusek across for Ty James. James looking for a lane, doesn't have one. And then his pass broken up. Lipset takes it. Plays to the far side. Puck thrown out to neutral. It'll roll down into the Toro zone. Prusek behind the Toro net. Spins away from Haruza. Hands off far side, Nemenko. Nemenko stepped into by Simon Marcinek. Freed up for brother Matt. Matt Marcinek poked free by Prusek. He gets it back in the corner. The Twins work a two-man game. Get help from Haruza. Haruza up top to the point. Perreault, long shot. Redirect, it's in. A tip out front. Squeaks by Anderson. And with 4:13 to play here in the first. The game is tied. Draw back at center. And that's an offside play. Simon Marcinek, his 29th of the season. Haruza and Perreault with the helpers. Draw in neutral off the offside. More fans checking in. Mackenzie Ray from Fuel and Fast Nutrition. The Seversons and Taylor Carbo are aboard. Deborah Linus and Billet Ray back in the Magic City. This is Pavlicic. Tries to feed Nolan, who got hooked, and that'll send the Toros back to the power play. Lund giving Nolan a couple extra shots. Toros will head back to the power play. 1-for-1 on the First Western Bank power play. Looks like it'll be the same group that scored the power play goal out for the Toros to start this man advantage. Bad drop. No, they'll toss Cannot, so Nolan steps in instead. Paddington to the box for the hook. This is Ty James. Far side, Toros. Blanchard, play it up top. Prusek, his shot redirected. And almost snuck by. Another shot stopped by Butkus. Toros working down low. Wickland goes up top to Prusek, feeds Ty James, drops down to Connaught. And then stopped by Bukas, he holds on for a whistle. .43 seconds left on the Toro power play. Nemenko, Morelli, Ramirez in front of Warren and Stewart. Warren walks to the middle, looking for a lane. He'll give to Stewart. Stewart, shot save made, rebound to the corner. Albert spins it up the wall, lip set. Good keep by Warren at the point. Warren gives to Stewart, back up top. Warren, one-timer, save made through traffic by Butkus. And the puck sent all the way down the ice. 23 ticks to talk on the First Western Bank power play for the Toros as Anderson spins this around to the near side. Lipset had trouble. Now Stewart looks to attack. 3-on-2 for the Toros as they hit the line. Stewart drops for Ramirez, looks across. Nemenko shot. He was looking for Stewart backside, I think, and didn't connect. This is forced back out to neutral. Morelli poked at the line. It's back out to neutral. Warren has to backpedal as the Toros set up. He's forced all the way back behind the net by Lipset as the Bruins come full strength. Nemenko gives to Stewart. Far side, Nemenko gets by McKay and chips it deep into the Austin zone. It ends up in the protective netting. 98 seconds left to go in the period. Toros and Bruins even at aces. Draw will be in neutral. Off the errant dump in. Slow change for the Bruins. Habla will take this draw for the Toros against McKay. It's pushed forward by Sorensen into the Toro zone. Sorensen and Dawson come together on the near wall. Puck rung to the far side. Spadaro gives to Habla, who gets stepped into. That'll draw a call. Ruth is going to go for the knee, and the Toros will go back to the First Western power play. Toros make that Bruins fans not happy with the call, but pretty clear knee-on-knee collision. Fortunately, no one was hurt. So the Toros back to the First Western Bank power play. Clock counting up as it counts down 1, 2, 3 on the game clock. So the Toros will have 37 seconds of carryover power play time, barring further infraction if they don't score before the horn. James gives to Prusek. Prusek hands to the half wall, right back up top. Prusek goes far side. Ty James thought about it, then dropped it down low for Connaught. Connaught back to James at the blue line. James comes across Wickland, touches up top for Prusek. Nolan getting absolutely worked over in front. Shot blocker saved by Butkus on Ty James. Prusek has it up top, gives to James. James walks in, drops to Connaught. Connaught looking, comes across. Wickland shot off the goaltender and up and out of play. Good puck movement there for the Toros. We're in the final minute of play. Final minute of play brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment. Still a minute 29 on the First Western Bank power play. 51.9 left to go here in period 1. Back linesman says that was a bad drop, so we'll do it again. Same centerman. Connaught wins the draw against Beckwith. Prusek to the half wall. They look up top. Ty James. James walks in. Wires. Blockers save by Butkus. Wickland finds the puck. Plays up top to Prusek again. Again, the Toros will load up Ty James. Walks in. Wires. That one's gobbled up. And now Lund again going at Nolan. Williams grabs Nolan from behind as well. Bruins will change their killers. Toros change the power play unit as well. 36.6 left to go here in period one. Draw one by the Bruins. Stewart gloves it down on the clear and plays it. Gives to Warren, right back to Stewart. Stewart walks in, looks to the middle. Missed everyone. Morelli finds the carom out of the corner. Looking up top for Warren. Warren comes across for Stewart. Stewart back to Warren. Has to go tack to tape. His feed for Morelli is tipped, but Morelli keeps it in the zone. Second try does get out, and the Toros will have to chase. Just 10 seconds left in the period. Big collision on the far side as Nemenko went down hard on a hit from Nathan Williams. Bruins send it down the ice. And that will do it for period number one. 37 seconds of rollover power play time for the Toros. End of one. We're tied at one. We will send you out to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the Forebears Casino Lodge intermission report after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, I'd like to add my new motorcycle insurance policy, please.
Is it a moped or unicycle?
No, it's a motorcycle.
Unicycling enhances total body structure?
No, it's a motorcycle. It has two wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have vacuum boosters?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been neutralized.
At Farmers Union Insurance, technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance. Local agents, more options, great rates.
At Northwest Tire, we're part of your community, and we want you to be part of our family. We're about more than tires. We're about superior customer service to keep your vehicles and equipment safely rolling down the road. If you'd like to join a company that truly cares for our customers and employees, come work with us and become part of our growing family. Apply at nwtire.com.
Hey Minotauro fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories. Our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros!
A better smile isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. At Prestwich Orthodontics, we believe straight teeth lead to more than confidence. They lead to better health, higher quality of life, and a stronger you. From Invisalign to braces, our care is built around improving your life, not just your smile. Because when you feel good, you live better. Start your journey today at minotbraces.com.
My family is what matters. Always has been. The family we choose. And the family we create. That's why I do it. Why I put on the uniform and serve. I do it to give them a future. Because no matter what I do, I always put my family first. So I can plan for their tomorrow by taking care of today.
A financial future worthy of your service.
These guys are alumni. Both Hunter and I know what's important. Giving back to our community, supporting others, and always being someone you can depend on. Like First Western always says, you can bank on us.
People you know, teammates you trust.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota. Toros and Bruins are even at one aside. Let's take a look back at how we got there in the first period. Bruins had the first real chance of the night. As Sorensen keep that in the zone. Now he walks right down Broadway. Shot goes up and over it. Comes over the crossbar. And Anderson got the glove on it, only to be covered by Anderson at the last second. Then with the Toros on the power play. The Bruins bench is busy trying to get another look. The shot went over the net. Was able to get his second of the season. Ty James with the initial shot. The nice redirect out front by Nolan. Just trickled by, but the Bruins would draw even as Prusecki gets it back in the corner. Marcinek. Twins work a two-man game, get help from Haruza. Would similarly redirect a shot from the point. Long shot, redirect, it's in. Get by the outstretched left leg of Chase Anderson to get the game even. Let's take a look at out-of-town scores from around the North American Hockey League as well. Shots in that period. Before I get to that, Toros outshot the Bruins 14-11, and they still have 37 seconds of power play time as Hudson Ruth will sit in the box for kneeing at the start of the period. But those out-of-town scores, Johnstown up 6-2 over New Hampshire. That is after two periods, early third in suburban Boston, but it's the Elmira Aviators with a 3-2 lead over the Generals. Their second period about to come to an end in Maryland. The Black Bears have a 1-0 lead on the Rochester Junior Americans. First period out of the way in Philadelphia, but Maine has a 4-1 lead on the Rebels. North Iowa and Watertown, they're even at aces after one. Janesville, a 1-0 lead on Chippewa through 20 minutes. End of the first period in Corpus, but El Paso on the road has a 3-0 lead there. Amarillo trails Shreveport 3-1 down in Louisiana. In Aberdeen, St. Cloud and the Wings, they're tied at 1 with 35 seconds left in the first period. First period ticking down in Odessa. The Jackalopes, a 2-1 lead over the South champion Lone Star Brahma. Springfield Junior Blues, a 2-0 lead in Cloquet over the Wilderness. Bobcats, a 2-1 lead on the Mallards at home. Mid-first in New Mexico, the Warriors and Ice Wolves are scoreless and not yet underway. The Wisconsin Wendigo visit the Kenai River Brown Bears. We'll send you back out to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the NCAA tournament and how the Toros alum are faring, as well as hear from another Toro alum, Lawton Zacher, all here on the Forebears Casino and Lodge Intermission Report on the Minotauros Network.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing the business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service and competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call or visit CircleSanitation.com.
The Forebears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Forebears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Is someone in your life using opioids? Know the signs of an overdose. Limp body, slow breathing, or vomiting. Step 1 is to call 911 and give them naloxone. It will reverse an overdose, so it can be used even if you're unsure whether they're overdosing or not. Request a free 2-dose naloxone kit now at hhs.nd.gov/opioids.
A state-of-the-art hospital and medical office building built with you in mind. The new healthcare campus and medical district, now open in Minot. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Welcome back into the Spam Cam first intermission. Toros and Bruins even at one aside. Let's take a look at the NCAA tournament. One game in the first round left. It is Minnesota Duluth with Trevor Stahoyak and Braden Fisher taking on a Toro alumless Penn State team. So we all know who we should be rooting for there. Other scores from today: Western Michigan and Colby Volk get a 3-1 win over Minnesota State. Denver, a 5-0 win over Cornell. And unfortunately, Bentley with Colby Amici and Lucas Swedin fall 5-1 to the University of Michigan. Swedo got the start in net. Stopped 24 of 29 against Michigan, but it wasn't enough to upset the one-seeded Wolverines. Still, like I said, waiting on that Minnesota Duluth Penn State game, but the second round to determine who will head to the Frozen Four. Michigan will play the winner of Minnesota Duluth and Penn State. Michigan State with Danny Russell will take on Weston Knox and Kyle Kukkonen and the Wisconsin Badgers. That one is tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. In the other regionals, Colby Volk and that Western Michigan team take on Denver. That will be on Sunday. And then also tomorrow at 6 p.m., University of North Dakota with Zach Sandy and technically Ben Strinden, who played one game as a Toro as an affiliate player. They will take on Quinnipiac, with the winner advancing to the Frozen Four in Las Vegas. Of course, we put out earlier in the week the 10 main Toro alum in the tournament. We did not include Ben Strinden on that list, but no team had more than 7 alum from the North American Hockey League. No other franchise had more than 7 alum in the tournament, so the Toros leading the way in developing players to play at that college level and have success at that college level. Let's hear from one of those alum. Presley Davis talked with Lawton Zacher a few weeks ago.
Was there a place outside of the rink that you always found yourself at? Maybe a restaurant or just a hangout spot?
Yeah, we would always do Firehouse on Tuesdays and Qdoba on Wednesdays. And probably Qdoba on Mondays too. Our Bill would take us to ND Asia every Thursday before games too. I feel like those were the best times in there too.
Now, what was it like for you to play in the Mesa Arena as a Toro?
Playing in the Mesa was great. It's probably the most fans I've ever played in front of. So it was a good experience, and obviously they're really loud. And Tad brings his like makeshift blowhorn every game. It's just so loud. Hilarious, but so fun. You know, when they announce your name or if you get the stars, it's pretty funny.
How do you feel like Minot prepared you for the next level?
Just a lot, just playing a lot of hockey and definitely maturing over that amount of time. Coming out of high school, living on your own in a new across the country basically with better players. It's kind of make or break for a lot of hockey players, and I guess you gotta rise to the occasion. And obviously, my story, I came in as like the second, third string. So you gotta just try to find your way in that lineup and do what you got. Do the best opportunity you can.
We'll hear more from Presley and Lawton in the next intermission here. It is 1-1 through 20 minutes. Again, Toros goal, Will Nolan, his second of the season. Ty James picks up helper number 23, Phil Wickman. The secondary assist, it was his 20th helper on the year. Simon Marshnek, his 29th goal from Perot and Gavin Haruza. Got the Bruins back even. Toros return home next weekend for the final time this season, April 3rd and 4th, the Aberdeen Wings come to town for what should be a friendly matchup between two teams that are really best friends. Toros and Wings next weekend close out the home portion of the regular season schedule. Of course, this is the Toros' last trip outside of North Dakota, as we'll close out the regular season in Bismarck, the final Friday and Saturday of the regular season after that. We will send you out to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll drop the puck on period number 2, Toros and Bruins, even at 1 aside from here in the Spam Can.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go up. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care. Here to keep you firing all cylinders.
Your plan speaks volumes when you're going to have a drink. Be intentional to ensure your safety and the safety of others by keeping just a few things in mind. The first is to look out for your friends and be the designated driver. Even if someone says they're fine doesn't mean they are. Second, incorporate water into your night. Ordering a glass can encourage your friends to take note. Third, be the person your friends trust and say no to the next round. And fourth, lend a hand when your friends have reached their limit. Your plan speaks volumes. Know your drink. Know your limit.
We had a member that came into the credit union who doesn't historically come in. She went up to the teller line and said she wanted $25,000 in cash. The teller kind of questioned her about it, and she said, I'm buying a car, but she was kind of fidgety. And is that when she went to you first?
She had to make phone calls to see who was payable to, or that was just way weird.
I mean, that's a huge red flag. And that's kind of when I came up there and I just said, are you comfortable coming to my office if we just sit down and talk about this?
And that's where you took the phone and talked to a person on the other line, right?
Then they hit the button on the phone and disconnect them. For her to say thank you.
I'd rather ask the uncomfortable questions than hear that I just assisted someone losing $25,000.
Perfect. That's when you know you did a good job that day.
At First Command, our advisors are committed to coaching you towards a financial future worthy of your service. We're dedicated to coaching you from the start of your military career to retirement and beyond. At home or during deployment. For when things get tough and when times are good. Let us show you how we honor what matters most to you. It's time to get started today.
All right, gents, it's time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run an option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings, sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton taco, waffle fries, with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
How many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's good in the neighborhood.
Since 1977, Northwest Tire has been your partner on the road for over 40 years. People have put their trust in our quality brand tires and expert service on the roads and in the fields for work, play, and travel. Northwest Tire, keeping you rolling down the road.
About this community. We're very close-knit. A lot of us are heavily involved with sports, volunteer opportunities. It helps us build bonds within the community.
Yes, I work at Quota West, but I'm also a member. Whatever I do affects myself and my family. We're all in this together. I think it's important to have that integrity.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue, carry on.
Hey Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories. Our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can as we get ready to start period number 2 with the Toros and Bruins. Toros control the opening draw, still on the power play for 32 more seconds at this point. Sent up ice. Nolan has trouble at the blue line, and the Toros will have to chase. Again, the Bruins very dangerous shorthanded, 18 shorthanded goals on the season, including one last Saturday night. Prusek drops it for Ty James. Beckwith watches him carry up ice, poked away by Haruza. Bruins come full strength. Prusek bumped off that puck by Bobby Williams around behind the net. Albert throws to the near side. Simon Marcinek looks to escape. Carries up ice. Working on Prusek. Puts it in front. Chachet to the near side. Dangerous play by Anderson. I don't think he realized that Haruza was there on that back post. Long shot from the point. Nathan Williams is stopped by Anderson. Puck pinballs in the slot. Found by the Toros. It's up ice for Habla. Habla gains the red line. Dumps it deep. Got hit hard on the near side. Bruins start up ice. Lipset has Haruza with him. Fed in for Haruza, and able to get the toe on it was Anderson. Toros going the other way. It's Nichols. Matt Marcinek gives to Haruza. Spadaro dumps it in. Lucas out of his net. Nathan Williams has trouble. Toros control. Poke check by Butkus. Toros still working though. Murray lost the handle and it rolled out to neutral. Toros dumped it back in. Nathan Williams looking up ice. Haruza turns it over to Mullen, who tried to start Connaught the other way, but turned it over to Lipset instead. Lipset. Shot goes wide. Rebound to the near side. Eventually, it's poked out to neutral, but the Bruins control there. Pressure from Murray. Lipset works it up ice for Paddington. Paddington and Spadaro come together, a pair of nines to the corner. Dug out by Mullen. Mullen feeds Murray. Murray looks across for Connaught, who could not reach that, and it rolls on net for a cover by Butkus. 17-16 left to play here in period 2. Toros and Bruins still tied at one aside. Draw to the right of Butkus, Demenko, and McKay. Spun to the near side. Ty James pinching down. Frees it up from Klein, and then a big hit by Demenko on McKay, but the Bruins go the other way, 3-on-2. Bobby Williams looks across for Sorensen. Shot. Fought off, and then the rebound up and out of play for another whistle. Lucas Smeestad checking in from Magic City. Presley Davis is at Richards Ballpark down in Texas. I assume that's where her little brother is playing for senior night. And Christy Olson and the U-Haul North Hill crew checking in. Draw to the left of Anderson. Controlled by the Bruins. Eventually poked out to neutral. Flipped down into the Toro zone again. Sorensen couldn't settle it down. Good stick by Wickland to take it away. Wickland flips that up ice. And they don't call it icing, so Bobby Williams has to play. Pass ahead for McKay. Stewart jammed it up ice, but not out. Albert hit hard on the near side by Wickland. And that puck thrown up and out of play by Klein. 16:26 left to go here in period number 2. Toros and Bruins even at one aside. King family aboard from the Magic City. Draw to the right of Anderson. Quick shot goes wide. Nathan Williams keeps it at the point. Hands to Matt Marcinek. He'll work a cycle with brother Simon. Feeds back to Matt. Backhand try off the post. Rebound to the far side. Haruza with a shot that goes wide. Bruins still swarming. Stewart takes that away behind the net. It was tipped, so no icing. Toros pressure, shot wide. Far side, Pavlicic couldn't find it. It's thrown all the way out to neutral. Ty James carries and then leaves behind the net for Habla. And that goes for an icing. Icing's brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Draw will be to the right of Anderson. Poked to the near wall, found first by the Bruins. They ring it to the far side. Doyle pinches down. Ty James ends up with the puck, however. James sweeps to the near side. Nichols lets it roll and it gets out to neutral. Got hit hard on the near side. Perreault plays up. The Wall. Now it's Rain on the far side, giving to Habla, who sent it down the ice, and that will go for another Minot's finest collision center icing. Let's take a look back at that earlier toe save by Anderson. Sorensen by Prusek, gets it back in the corner to the blue line. He does well on the inside. Now he's lost right down Broadway. Shot goes up and over it. Comes over the crossbar. Haruza unable to get the shot on it. Got a glove on it. I'm sure the iPad. Here's side they battle. To the far side, Ty James plays it out for Rien, who is short of center, but his dump picked up by Beckwith. Nichols puts Beckwith down hard, and that's going to draw a call as soon as the Toros touch. And Bobby Williams over to Nichols. But the linesmen are there. So the Toros to the Papa John's PK. Bruins the power play for the second time tonight. Toros 1 for 1 on the Papa John's PK against the league's top power play unit. Paddington, the Marshanock brothers, Haruza and Nathan Williams. The 5 out for Steve Howard's Bruins. Draw to the near side. Haruza digs it off the wall, carries around behind the net. Up top, Simon Marshanock has to go boot to blade and then feed Nathan Williams. Far side, Matt Marshanock drops to Paddington. Paddington tries to stuff it. Stopped by the paddle of Anderson. Around to the far side, Simon Marshanock couldn't stop, and Williams wasn't at the point. So the Toros get a free clear. 1:37 left to go as that's mishandled. Now Dane Ramirez in shorthanded. His shot's blocked by Nathan Williams. Up ice for Paddington. He'll chip it. Simon Marshanock gets to it first. Looks to play to the middle, but it's blocked by Spadaro. The UMass commit. Pressuring it on the near side. Pokes ahead, but Lund keeps it at the point. They look across. Matt Marshanock walks in. Wires. Blocker save. Rebound. Hacked at by Connaught. Matt Marshanock able to keep it. Banks it to the point in Lund. Lund across for Simon. Across for Matt. Shot fought off and then off the end wall. Comes back out front. Matt finds Simon. Simon up top for Lund. Lund's pass is tipped by Ramirez. Players collide, and Ramirez trying to clear from his knees. Now they'll scrum along the boards. Lund comes out with it. Lund forced to turn back to the blue line by Ramirez. Gives to Sorensen. Sorensen across. Shot blocked out front by Ty James. Lund finds the rebound, however. Lund drops the goal line. Tack to tape for Paddington. His stuff doesn't go. Coleman on the far side. Up top, Sorensen comes across for Lund. Lund with a long shot blocked in front by Ty James as he was battling with Paddington. Paddington and Spadaro behind the net. Paddington sweeps to the far point, Sorensen. Sorensen carries in all the way down to the goal line. Now he rings it to the near side. There's no one home at the point, and that'll get out for the Toros. Just 4 seconds left on the Papa John's PK for the Toros as Coleman gains the line. Toros come full strength. Sorensen with a blast. That goes wide. Rebound. Spadaro has Nichols with him. Spadaro tried to play to the middle. It ends up at the end wall. Nichols touches to the front. It doesn't connect. Lund lost his helmet. He has to go to the bench. Spadaro looks across. He just missed Habla. Habla working on Bobby Williams. Puck down low. Coleman plays to the near side. Albert jammed out. This will go down the ice. Stewart wins the race to it and then gets hauled down. Klein hands off Bobby Williams. Looks back for Klein. Shot. Save made by Anderson. Rebound to the far side. Albert tried to play it down the wall, but it was blocked off. Toros flip it out to neutral. Beckwith, gloves down to the stick. Chomps it into the Toros zone where Jax Warren tries to fire it back out, but Beckwith did well to keep it and give to Klein. Klein looking to cut to the middle. Shot save made through a screen by Anderson. Routh to the far side and Albert. Albert gives to Beckwith. Beckwith to the near side. Bobby Williams to the middle. Poked off his stick by Warren. Fed up ice, Wicklund. Wicklund tries to feed Nemenko. Couldn't hold on, but he did tip it in to negate the icing. Far side, Beckwith. Plays the middle, no one there. Taking over Nemenko, hits the brakes, tries to shoot, but he fans on it. Feeds it to the middle. Wicklund was all kinds of turned around. Bruins find it first and flip it down into the Toros zone. They'll say it was tipped by Beckwith somehow in that scrum, so no icing. Owen Dawson working on him. Leaves it behind the net. Mullen has trouble. Nemenko finds it. Gives to Dawson. Dawson from the near corner. Plays up the wall. Simon Marcinek took it away. Pass back to the point from Matt Marcinek. Intended for Perreault was off the mark. The Bruins have to retreat and retrieve. 10:20 left to go in a fast-moving second period. Far side, Haruza. He'll roll it deep. Perreault leaves far side, jammed back. Matt Marcinek. Long shot, that's tipped wide. Thrown in front, picked up by Owen Dawson. He fans on the first pass. Second one connects with Ramirez. Eventually taken away by the Bruins. Touched back into the Toro zone. Dawson on it first. Has to work his way around the referee, then throws to the near side to be touched in. As the Toros change. Murray up on the pressure. The Bruins control. Williams looking up ice, finds Haruza. Whose stick exploded. Bruins have to backpedal once again. This is Nathan Williams up ice for Lipset. Long toss ahead. Paddington and Prusek battling. Paddington. One hands it to the front of the net. No one there. Now Lipset gets physical with Peter Murray. But the Toros get the clear anyways. It was Morelli. Lund and Murray after it. Lund won the race. It's played out to the far side. Coleman, who gets hit hard by Foils. Dumped in though. Anderson plays back to the far side. Cannot. Big collision. Prusek got hit. He didn't have the puck. Not entirely sure that that's legal, but meanwhile, Coleman looks up top. Lund with a one-timer that's stopped easily by Anderson as it never left the ice. McKay rings it to the far side. Sorensen. Sorensen swings it back to the near. Down low for McKay. Cannot steps into McKay, pokes it along. Foils. Gives to Prusek. Near side, Murray touches out to neutral. Won't go far enough for icing, so Klein has to play. This is Davin Nichols picking it up in neutral. Feeds it for Rin. Nichols with a big hit, with the puck going the other way. Franchetti dumps it in. Near side, Klein. Jammed to the front, cleaned up nicely by Habla. Toros moving up ice with numbers. Habla dumps it into the near side corner. Franchetti and Habla were tied up. Ruth finds it. He can't get through Warren, and Stewart swings it to the far side. Lucas Rien across to the near side, and Nichols. Dav gains the line, jams it to the corner, bouncing puck. Nichols finds it for a shot. That doesn't quite go, or did it? They're going to grab the iPad on the Toro bench now. A casual save by Butkus, and he dropped the puck into the blue paint. It trickled towards the goal line. As this is thrown up and out of play, we've finally got a whistle. I don't think that puck went in. But despite Dr. Bradley's best efforts at Century Eyewear, I don't have the best vision. This is Mullen. D-to-D, Spadaro. Toros didn't challenge, so I must have seen that one correctly as that's put on net, and now Murray got dumped on top of the goaltender, and that angered the Bruins, but they're the ones who dumped him on their goaltender. 6:40 to play here in period number 2. We've got our media timeout. Only 2 goals to speak of in this one. Let's take a look at them both once again. The first was on the power play for the Toros. Ty James with a long shot, tip out front by Nolan. That trickled in, but the Bruins answered back at evens. He gets it back in the corner. The Twins with a deflection goal of their own by Simon Marcinek. Up top to the point. Perreault took the initial shot. Redirected in. Got by Anderson. Those the only 2 markers to speak of so far tonight, as we're even at 1 aside. Chase Anderson playing well. We've seen a couple spectacular saves from the Toros' 06 goaltender. Meanwhile, draw will be to the left of Butkus. Mackenzie Lalonde says, "Let's go Toros." She's watching on YouTube. Liz Miller, and the rest of the Millers watching from home while listening to Jay Buchholz making his debut for the Indiana Sentinels. He already picked up an assist in his pro debut in the FPHL. Draw dug out by the Bruins. Nathan Williams gains the red line, then dumps into the Toro zone. Spadaro's back on it, touches the near side, but Sorensen picks it off. He turns it over to Murray, who feeds Morelli, and the Toros punch it deep into the offensive zone. Nathan Williams leaves for Perreault. Morelli cuts it off in the corner, feeds out front for Murray. Shot, toe save made by Butkus. Prusek attacking. He's hauled down, thrown to the front, bouncing puck. Poked at, still loose, and found first by the Bruins. They're going to have numbers the other way. It's a 4-on-1. Ty James is the lone man back. Klein gives a cross. Shot kicked away by Anderson. And then thrown in front. Anderson gets the paddle on it. Nemenko trying to go back the other way. Gets turned off by Nathan Williams. But it was McKay who got the shot on the 4-on-1 but couldn't solve Anderson. Near side, Wickland takes over, throws in front. Tip doesn't go for Nemenko. Clever play there for the Toros. Just couldn't quite solve Butkus. Dumped into the Toro zone. Jax Warren back on it, swings it up the far side. It ends up hitting Perreault in neutral. Dumped back into the Toro zone. Anderson stops this. Plays to the far side. Simon Marcinek gives to Bobby Williams. Williams carries down, throws it in front. Haruza looks to wrap it. Good job by Foyles to deny that opportunity. Foyles chips for Ramirez. Ramirez looking to dangle through. He's forced to the wall, but he keeps possession. Toss across to the near side. Spadaro. Spadaro with a shot that's blocked by traffic wide. Stewart thought of pinching, then wisely backed off. Spadaro had already pinched down. Awkward dump in, comes in front, and Anderson's just going to get over the top. Hungry Hippo style. And take a whistle with a palindrome on the clock. 4:44 to play here in period number 2. Toros and Bruins even at aces. Draw will be to the left of Anderson. Habla and Coleman on the draw to the left of Anderson. Albert leaves to the far side. Mullen and Paddington. Spadaro jousting there as well, but it moves to the near side. Doyle pinches down, shovels it behind for Lipset. Lipset feeds Coleman. Coleman and Habla go to the corner, but Coleman able to feed it to Lipset, who comes across Doyle. Doyle shot, blocker save, rebound to the near wall. Doyle gets away from Nichols, tries a shot, save made by Anderson. Doyle working down low. Doyle, the defenseman, fed up top. Albert for his defense partner. Albert's shot through traffic, blocked. It floats to the near corner. Paddington rings it to the far side. Lipset and Nichols come together. Lipset does a swan jump into the boards, perhaps trying to draw a call on Nichols. It didn't work. Far side, Coleman has Paddington offside, so he gives to Lipset. Comes across Albert. He'll ring it behind the net. Anderson couldn't quite reach it. Nichols does. He pokes out to neutral. Habla shovels it back to Spadaro. Second period of the long change, made longer here in Austin. Similar to Bismarck, North Iowa, St. Cloud. Most of the buildings in the division have the penalty boxes on the same side as the benches, unlike at the Mesa. But instead of having to get to the red line to change, you have to get almost to the blue line. Watertown, Aberdeen, and Minot, the only three buildings that have the penalty boxes on the opposite side of the benches in the 8-team division. I guess I've never been to Forest Lake. Didn't make the trips last year, and we didn't go there this year, instead playing the Mallards down in Watford City. Far side Lund pins Cannot. Beckwith looks up ice. Ruth dumps it in. Prusek's there. Ruth ties him up. It comes back to Prusek. He'll feed Cannot. Cannot drops it back for Ty James. Back to Cannot. Cannot gains the line. No, he doesn't. Apparently, Peter Murray was in by a step. Kim Nelson checking in from Minot. The Neubauers are aboard as well. Glad to have you all aboard with the palindrome here on the clock in period 2, 2:42 to play in a game that is 1-1. Nemenko wins the draw back. Wickland couldn't find the handle. The Bruins do and punch it deep into the Toro zone. Stewart after it, leaves for Warren. Warren tries Ramirez. Ramirez comes to the near side. He missed Wickland. Played up ice. Nemenko couldn't quite keep it away from the Bruins. This is Stewart. Stewart pushing play deep, just rolls it to the front. And Butkus gets the glove over the top. 2:17 to go here in period 2. Mid-first, Penn State a 1-0 lead on Minnesota Duluth. Gus Albert to the far side, flipped ahead. Stewart finds it at his own blue line. Goes to Ramirez, who touches it to the middle. Delayed offside. Toros break out anyway. This is Wickland. Gets run into the stanchion. And the puck thrown out to neutral. Jax Warren controls. Gives to Ramirez, who flips it to the near corner, Albert. Thrown ahead, Paddington, gloves down to the stick. And then falls down, and that's going to draw a call. So the Toros will go back to the Papa John's PK. Spadaro called for the hook. Toros 2 for 2 on the Papa John's PK this evening. Draw will be to the right of Anderson. Bruins again with the league's top power play unit, 29.28% coming into play this evening. Shots this period, 14-8 in favor of the Bruins. Bringing the game total to 25-22. Puck thrown in front, pinballs, and touched back to the point in Nathan Williams. Long shot, that goes off the glass. Rebound to the near side. Simon Marcinek finds it. Fed to the middle, Haruza. Shot blocked and then cleared by Ty James. Final minute of play in period number 2. Brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment. So if the Bruins don't score, some of the power play time will carry over, but it's fed in for Matt Marcinek. Shot stopped by Anderson. Bruins control behind the net. Paddington touches up top. Nathan Williams comes near side. Simon Marcinek looks across. Matt touches up top for Williams. Long shot through traffic, blocked and swept to the corner by Stewart, who then gets the clear. 26 ticks to talk here in period 2. 56 to kill on the Papa John's PK. It's up ice for Coleman. Broken up by Stewart. Bouncing puck to the near side, Habla. Near side, swept across, Coleman. Fed to the middle, Haruza. Up top, Sorensen. Left to the near side, Lunch. Shot save made with the right leg by Anderson. And the horn sounds to end period number 2. 40 minutes in the books, and we are right where the period started. Toros and Bruins tied at 1 aside. We will send you out for a commercial break. When we come back, the Forebears Casino and Lodge intermission report here on Minotauros Network.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Asphalt have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Asphalt, working to enhance your everyday life.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has a variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
All right, gents, take time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run an option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings, sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, written with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or blue pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
How many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's good in the neighborhood.
Is someone in your life using opioids? Know the signs of an overdose. Limp body, slow breathing, or vomiting. Step 1 is to call 911 and give them naloxone. It will reverse an overdose, so it can be used even if you're unsure whether they're overdosing or not. Request a free 2-dose naloxone kit now at hhs.nd.gov/opioids.
A better smile isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. At Prestwich Orthodontics, we believe straight teeth lead to more than confidence. They lead to better health, higher quality of life, and a stronger you. From Invisalign to braces, our care is built around improving your life, not just your smile. Because when you feel good, you live better. Start your journey today at mynotbraces.com.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings and Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service and competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Whitfield.
Where'd you come from? I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team.
First Western, you can bank on us.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go up. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care. Here to keep you firing all cylinders.
The all-new Emergency Trauma Center, built with your reassurance in mind. The new healthcare campus and medical district, now open in Minot. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena. Second intermission, Toros and Bruins still tied at 1 aside. Let's look at how we got there. Back in the first, the Bruins had the first to the best chance of the night. Sorensen walks right down Broadway. Shot goes up and over. It comes over the crossbar. Anderson somehow.
And Anderson got the glove on it, I'm sure.
And the Toros, just a couple minutes later,
the iPad on the Bruins
take
bench
the lead
is
on
busy
Nolan's
trying to get another
second
look. The shot went
of the
over
season.
The net.
On the power play, Ty James with the initial shot, Nolan with the tip out front, and it just trickled inside the near post. But the Bruins
gets it back in the corner.
at even strength would get
Twins
a
work a
similar
two-man
goal
game.
right
Get help
back.
from Haruza up top to the
Perot with a long shot from the
Perot,
blue
long
line, tipped
shot,
out front by
redirected
Simon
it.
Marcinek into the back of the net to tie the game. Then in the second, the Bruins got hit hard
Good
on the near side.
chance.
Bruins start up ice.
The
Lipset
right
has
leg
Haruza with him. Of Chase
Fed in for
Anderson was
Haruza and able to get the toe
too
on it
strong
was
as he kicked
Anderson.
that out. He would later make a save on a 4-on-1 in which Carter McKay ended up being the shooter who couldn't solve Anderson, keeping this game tied at 1 aside. Shots in the period, 17-8 in favor of the Austin Bruins, who had 2 power plays in the period, helping them shift the power play total. The Toros did have 3 in the first period. However, they only capitalized on the 1, just 10 penalty minutes to speak of so far, which reminds me, let's take a look at those 4 Bears over-unders. Total Toros goals, 2.5. They need 2 here in period 3 to get the over there, which only 33.3% of you who played took the over on that one. Total Toro power play opportunities, 3.5. 77.8% of you took the over there. Toro sitting on 3, so if they get any power play in the third, you'll hit the over on that one. And total combined penalty minutes, 2/3 took the over on that one, 25.5. Right now, just 10 penalty minutes to speak of. Of course, while it's too late to get your guesses in the 4 Bears over-under, still plenty of time in McDonald's Toros Trivia. How many Toros have had 100 or more career points in the program's 15-year history? Your options, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Again, download the Toros Hockey mobile app. Get your guesses in. We'll announce the winner during the Farmers Union postgame show. We'll take another commercial break. When we come back, we'll look at scores around the hockey world, as well as hear more from Lawton Zacher after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Your plan speaks volumes when you're going to have a drink. Be intentional to ensure your safety and the safety of others by keeping just a few things in mind. The first is to look out for your friends and be the designated driver. Even if someone says they're fine doesn't mean they are. Second, incorporate water into your night. Ordering a glass can encourage your friends to take note. Third, be the person your friends trust and say no to the next round. And fourth, lend a hand when your friends have reached their limit. Your plan speaks volumes. Know your drink. Know your limit.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Hey, Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories. Our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros!
At First Command, our advisors are committed to coaching you towards a financial future worthy of your service. We're dedicated to coaching you from the start of your military career to retirement and beyond, at home or during deployment. For when things get tough and when times are good. Let us show you how we honor what matters most to you. It's time to get started today.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union. My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I'm the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union. I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community. What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family-oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first. I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers. We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever, and it brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more!
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota. Take a look at the NCAA Division I bracket. As we said earlier this evening, Michigan knocked off Colby Amici and Lucas Swedin 5-1. Minnesota Duluth now pulled even with Penn State for the right to face the Wolverines and move on to the Frozen Four. Colby Volk and Western Michigan taking on Denver after Western Michigan beat Minnesota State 3-1. And Denver knocked off Cornell 5-0. UND and Quinnipiac will face off. UND a 3-0 win over Merrimack. Quinnipiac beat Providence 5-2 in the opening round. And then bracket that has the most Toros left in it. Danny Russell and Michigan State knocked off Houston Cartman and UConn 3-2 yesterday. I'm sorry, 2-1 yesterday. While Wisconsin with Kyle Kukkonen and Weston Knox were able to upend Dartmouth 5-1. To face Sparty for a chance to go to the Frozen Four. From that bracket, just taking a peek, I know Noxie was in the lineup. He was +2. Kukkonen was even. He was in the lineup as well. Of course, Danny Russell, one of the leading scorers, but he only had 3 shots on goal and was -1 for Michigan State. So, Toros, for the most part, performing well in the tournament. Hopefully we'll see a few more. While we know, because of that Wisconsin-Michigan State game, at least one Toro will be representing in the Frozen Four. Hopefully Zach Sandy and Ben Strinden in UND will advance as well. Colby Volk from Western Michigan. And we've got to root for Minnesota Duluth to knock off Penn State, and then Michigan. Not an easy path there for the Bulldogs. Speaking of Toro alum, let's hear the rest of Presley and Lawton Zacher, of course. Somewhat apropos, Lawton's brother played here for the Bruins, Walter Zacher, but we'll give you another excerpt from that. Of course, you can see all the Toro alum interviews on our YouTube page. There's a playlist there, as they've been talking to a ton of alum over these last few weeks.
Now, after Minot, you went on to play at Brown for 2 years. What stood out to you about their program that you wanted to continue your academic and hockey career?
I like their program the most just because they offered me a position to play right away. And I like going to the programs that, they're building something great. They're not just great every year. I like going into other buildings and kind of showing them that, Brown's a great team. Like, we're going to beat you on your own rink in front of your own fans.
Now, while at Brown, you tallied up quite the accolades, and one that stands out is you were nominated for the Hobie Baker Award, which is, awarded to the top NCAA men's hockey player. What did it mean to be recognized to that extent?
It's cool to be recognized. Obviously, during the season, you don't really pay attention to the accolades or anything like that. It was pretty cool. My brother got nominated too, so I kind of I had to. So he doesn't have that anymore. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. He scored on me when I was in Minot, so I gotta get him back. No, it's pretty cool. Definitely adds a little fire when you go into the off season, knowing that people have a high expectation of you coming in, so you better grind over the summer, not just take it off.
So your brother, I saw he also plays collegiate hockey. What is it like, growing up together, playing hockey in your backyard to now at this level?
It's pretty fun. Obviously, I haven't played him in college yet, but I played him a couple times juniors, and he's got a great shot. So I guess that kind of always helped me out with my reads, and he's a phenomenal player. So it was really fun growing up with him. And I do have a twin brother, so we always had to come up with games with an odd number of people.
Again, that was Presley Davis with Lawton Zacher. We will send you out to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll drop the puck on period number 3 after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, I'd like to add my new motorcycle to my insurance policy, please.
Is it a moped or unicycle?
No, it's a motorcycle.
Recycling enhances core body strength.
No, it's a motorcycle. It has 2 wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have rocket boosters?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been neutralized.
At Farmers Union, insurance and technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance. Local agents, more options, great rates.
At Northwest Tire, we're part of your community, and we want you to be part of our family. We're about more than tires. We're about superior customer service to keep your vehicles and equipment safely rolling down the road. If you'd like to join a company that truly cares for our customers and employees, come work with us and become part of our growing family. Apply at nwtire.com.
Hey, Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens to smart home upgrades to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories. Our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros!
A better smile isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. At Prestwich Orthodontics, we believe straight teeth lead to more than confidence. They lead to better health, higher quality of life, and a stronger you. From Invisalign to braces, our care is built around improving your life, not just your smile. Because when you feel good, you live better. Start your journey today at minotbraces.com.
My family is what matters. Always has been. The family we choose. And the family we create. That's why I do it. Why I put on the uniform and serve. I do it to give them a future. Because no matter what I do, I always put my family first. So I can plan for their tomorrow by taking care of today.
A financial future worthy of your service.
These guys and alumni, both Hunter and I know what's important. Giving back to our community, supporting others, and always being someone you can depend on. Like First Western always says, you can bank on us.
People you know, teammates you trust.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota, home of the Hormel Foods Spam Factory. As we get ready to start period number 3, puck is down. Toros are on the kill for another half minute. They win the draw, and Stewart sends this all the way down. Bruins start up ice. It's Lund. He'll hand off far side McKay. McKay will ring it. Anderson couldn't quite stop it. Stewart's clear was blocked by Coleman. Coleman plays to the far side and Lund. Lund hands back to Coleman at the hash marks. Banked back up top Lund. Lund will come to the near side and Sorensen. Shot blocked by Stewart. Up and out of play. Glad to have you all tuned in here on a Friday night. Houston Thompson checking in. Braden Tews down in Dickinson. Helen from Essington, Pennsylvania. Mackenzie Lalonde on the Facebook feed as well. Draw will be to the left of Anderson. 19:26 left to go here in the third. Draw to the left of Anderson. Franchetti and Habla on the draw. Toros win it. Pushed ahead by Davin Nichols. Toros are even strength as Prusek puts that one up and over. Bruins going the other way. Habla breaks it up. Bobby Williams, gloves down to the stick. It's poked off his paddle by Ty James, eventually dumped in by the Bruins. Prusek moves it to Ty James, who's met immediately by Franchetti. Habla steps into him, and now we have a rugby scrum in the far corner of the Toro zone. Habla moves it along. Nichols gives to Ty James, banked out and missed. Lucas Rien. Lund finds it, quickly up to Beckwith on the far side. Ty James steps into Beckwith. Prusek leaves. Murray starts the Toros up 3-on-2. Murray has Morelli and Cannot with him, but is poked at the blue line. Play goes the other way. Mullen keeps it away from Haruza. Spadaro up the near side, gains the red line, dumps it deep. Toros after it. Murray stepped into hard by Lund. Banked to the near side. Matt Marcinek feeds Simon. Simon working on Mullen. One hands it wide of the cage. Does Marcinek. Cannot. Up ice for Murray, who dumps it in. Cannot will pursue. Butkus out of his net. Plays to the far side. Albert looking up ice. It got tipped up and caught Simon Marcinek in the chin. He seems to be okay as this is dumped in and stopped by Anderson. Stewart tripped down by Lipset. Nemenko finds the loose puck and speeds out of the zone on the far side. Nemenko feeds Ramirez. Shot save made. Follow-up try. It's in. Dane Ramirez gives the Toros the lead with 17:19 to play. Dane follows his own shot, gets his rebound. And stuns the Bruins faithful. Draw at center on the restart. Lund tries to dump it in. It's blocked by Ty James. Flipped up the wall. Nolan feeds it through for Foyles. He has Pavlicic. Pavlicic couldn't hold on to the pass. Grade A chance there for the Toros. They don't get a shot on goal. This is Ty James. Taken down by McKay. Foyles to the far side. Nolan for Pavlicic. Dumped in. Butkus out of his net to stop. Ty James laboring as he gets back to the bench. This is Pavlicic. Couldn't dance through. Prusek touches it back into the zone. The Toros had to get back on side. So Lund starts the other way. Lund fires one into Dawson's shin pads. It comes back to him. He throws it down low. Haruza looking to the middle. Broken up by Habla. Dawson finds the loose puck. Dawson uses the glass to bank that out to neutral. D to D. Nathan Williams banks to the near side. I'll say it was tipped, so no icing. Haruza and Spadaro after it. Spadaro wins the race. Hands to Morelli, who turns it over. Tip play doesn't go for Haruza. Albert gives to Williams. Long shot blocked out front. It was Simon Marcinek who took it. Morelli takes a man to the corner. Haruza moves along to the near side. Bobby Williams pinches down. Up top for Simon Marcinek. His long shot blocked by traffic. Picked up by Dawson, and he'll flip it out to neutral. 940 seconds left to go here in regulation. Anderson stops that dump in. Leaves for Dawson. Dawson pursued. Leaves it to the near corner and Spadaro. Spadaro flicks it out to neutral. Got hit hard by Matt Marcinek. Far side, Stewart. Stewart able to muscle his way to the red line and then throw the puck deep. Butkus out of his net, thrown to the far side. Nemenko kicks it down low and then chases it down himself. Met by a pair of Bruins, including Nathan Williams, who comes away with the puck. Throws ahead. Far side, Coleman flips it into the Toro zone. Klein sweeps to the far side, Coleman. Coleman up top. Swung across the near side. Nathan Williams looking for a lane shot. Gloved and held. How did Anderson see that through traffic? 14:51 to play here in the third. Toros lead 2-1. Draw will be to the left. Of Anderson. Puck to the corner. Ty James back out there. Good to see that. Williams flips it to the corner. McKay hacks it to the near side. Paddington keeps it moving. It'll be kept at, no, it won't be kept at the point by Lund. He's forced all the way back. Sorensen dumps it in. Flicked down the ice. It ends up in the penalty box. Let's take a look at the goal that has the Toros leading. Finds the loose puck and speeds out of the zone on the far side. Nemenko, Ramirez sees Ramirez, shot save made, follow up, try, it's in. Own rebound to the back of the net. Dane Ramirez gives the Toros the lead to make it 2-1 Toros, but Matt Marcinek leaves off far side, shot coming, blocked by Spadaro. Spun up top, Bruins swarming, this is Bobby Williams. Left off far side, dropped to the side of the net, no one there. Karam's all the way around to the near side, hash mark. Simon Marcinek walks off the wall. Looking backside, kicked away, delayed call coming against the Toros. Boot kiss to the bench. Toros get the touch before the extra attacker can come on. 13:44 left to go here in the third. Toros to the kill, Morelli to the box. What is the call? It's a hold. Paddington, the Marcinek boys. Nathan Williams and Gavin Haruza. Spadaro, James, Connaught, and Ramirez to start the kill for the Toros. Of course, in front of Anderson, who's played admirably this evening. Shots 3-1 in favor of the Bruins this period. I'm not sure that Anderson hasn't seen more than 3 either. Bruins hold. This is Matt Marcinek up top for Williams. Williams gives to Simon. Simon looking for Matt. It's taken away. Dane Ramirez failed to clear, but Spadaro does. Good work by Spadaro to find that puck after Ramirez had trouble. Williams tries the far side. Haruza drops it back for Simon Marcinek. Near side, Matt Marcinek in, looking backside. Haruza shot, gloved and held by Anderson. 13:06 left to go here in the third. Minute 22 left on the Papa John's PK. Toros lead 2-1. I apologize for the coughing. Hitting the inhaler during commercial breaks and probably gone through $20 worth of cough drops, but still, I've had a few get through. Hopefully that hasn't ruined the experience for you as the Toros win the draw and get the clear. 1:15 left on the Papa John's PK with Morelli in the box. Bruins, Coleman back in his own zone. Foils up on the pressure. He gives to McKay. Cross to the near side, Sorensen. Sorensen into the zone. Sorensen, he'll ring it to the far side. It's kept by Coleman down the wall for McKay. Right back to Coleman. Coleman walks to the dot. Shot gloved and held by Anderson for a whistle. 12:35 to play. 51 ticks to talk on the Papa John's PK. Draw to the right of Anderson. Toros win the draw. Ty James fails to clear past Lund, however. Bouncing puck, poked at, and Spadaro finds it in the slot, and he will send it all the way down. Sorensen drops it back. Lund to the far side, dumped in. Anderson out of his net stops this and looks up the middle. Lund skies to grab that. Leaves it back to the point in Sorensen. Sorensen carries to the dot, looks across. He missed Coleman. 15 seconds on the kill. Coleman chips it along to the near side, and Sorensen. Sorensen drops it down low. They find Lipset. He tries a drag move. Toros take it away and promptly punch it into the crowd. My goodness. That hit a very small child. That kid can't even be a year old. Oh my. Draw to the left of Anderson. .50-50 draw dug out, cannot. Toros come full strength. Albert holds in neutral. Dumped back in, Ty James back on it. Puck jammed out to neutral. Bobby Williams looking back up. He finds Klein. Klein working on Mullen. Backhand try, shuttled wide. Puck to the near side. Bobby Williams pinches down. Pass back to the point, takes Albert out to neutral. Matt Marcinek. Hands off. Albert plays down the wall. Has it taken away by Mullen. Bouncing puck jammed out to neutral again. Albert will dump this in wide of the cage to the near side corner. Ty James trying to keep it away from Paddington. Paddington throws it out front. It's gobbled up by Anderson before it can connect with McKay. Excuse me. Draw will be to the left of Anderson. Seems to be all smiles over there with the little one. Still a scary moment nonetheless. Draw to the left of Anderson. .50-50 draw. Stewart pushes it ahead. It gets out to neutral. Toros have been pretty much pinned in their zone since taking the lead. Of course, part of that was the power play for the Bruins. Near side. Scrum continues. Down the wall, Morelli has a man pinned. It goes to the far side. Lund keeps it at the point. He gives down for Sorensen. Sorensen carries up top. Long shot blocked out front by Morelli. Warren finds it, uses the glass to bank that out. Nathan Williams mishandles. He's got Murray on his hip. He'll play it down the ice. They wave off icing. So Ty James has to play. He does. Looks up ice. He missed Nemenko. Albert looking ahead. Paddington flips it deep. Lipset and Ty James after it. Lipset puts Ty James in a bear hug. Or I guess in this case a Bruin hug. Either way, it's called a hold. And with a palindrome on the clock, the Toros head to the power play, already leading by 1. Lipset to the box. 2 minutes for holding. And the Toros with a chance to extend the lead. Cannot on the draw against McKay. Draw one back by the Bruins, however, and Beckwith will make the Toros chase. Anderson out of his net to stop. He's pressured. He's able to play to Connaught. Connaught feeds Ty James, and the Toros break out of their zone. Nolan, who has a power play goal already, tries to feed Ty James. It's broken up. Nolan found it, swung it to the far side. No one there but McKay. He elects to punt. Beckwith up on the pressure. Prusek will hold behind the Toro net. Minute 27 on the First Western Bank power play. Ty James chips for Connaught. It was out of his reach. Rolls into the zone. Bobby Williams finds it, and the Toros will chase again. 9 minutes left as Klein caused all kinds of trouble, got tied up with Prusek and Anderson. Connaught across for Morelli. Morelli dumps it cross corner. Albert back on it. Tries the far side. And Klein will send it all the way down. 47 seconds left to play on the First Western power play. Jax Warren behind the net. 8.5 left in regulation. Toros lead 2-1. Stewart mishandles. Morelli finds it. Morelli into the zone. Breaks wide. Carries around behind the net. Morelli tried to feed Nemenko. Punched down the wall. It caroms to Haruza, who gets the clear. 20 ticks to talk on the First Western Bank power play as Anderson keeps it away from Ruth. Stewart starts up ice. Tries the far side and foils, who hoists it deep into the zone. Butkus can't stop it. Nathan Williams reverses to Haruza. Bruins come full strength as they send that down the ice. Toros can't take advantage. This is Bobby Williams now. Lipset and Pavlicic in neutral got tied up. Both went down to the ice. They're both up now, and Lipset into the zone. Poked away from him by Pavlicic. They dig in the corner. Bobby Williams throws it on net, paddled away by Anderson. Albert's shot blocked to the corner by Mullen. Mullen jams it up the wall, but it'll be kept to the point by Beckwith. Fans on a pass, then comes across to Bobby Williams. Williams will just chip it down to the corner for Lipset. Lipset throws it up and out of play for a whistle. Are they going to say that was tipped? They do. So, with 7:10 left in regulation and a 2-1 lead, we've apparently hit the media timeout. That'll give us a chance to take another look at the goal that has the Toros in the lead. It was speeds out of the zone on the far side. Dane Ramirez feeds Ramirez. Shot save made. Follow-up try. It's in. Dane Ramirez gives the Toros the lead. Third to make it a 2-1 lead. And that lead is held for 10 minutes now. Actually, 10 minutes and 9 seconds if we want to be precise. Nemenko and Stewart with the helpers. Thanks in large part to Chase Anderson. Shots this period only credited at 6-3 in favor of the Bruins, but with the exception of the Toros' power play opportunity and that goal by Ramirez, it feels like the entire game has been played to my right. While shots haven't been on net, Anderson has been under siege for most of this period. Toros try to push the draw out to neutral. Long shot blocked in front, and Anderson somehow keeps it out. It was Klein, Paddington on the doorstep, and Anderson somehow, someway, keeps the Toros ahead. Bruins win the draw. Paddington hands to Nathan Williams. Comes up top for Lund. Quick shot. Blocked by Rien to the corner. Klein Looks to work a cycle. Sorensen and Prusek. Pin. Puck thrown to the far side. Nathan Williams down. Touches up top for Klein. He dumps it down behind the Toro net. Ty James met there by a pair of Bruins, but he worked it to Rien. Rien jammed that out to neutral. He rolls down into the offensive zone. Morelli breaks that pass up. It was intended for Sorensen. Bruins find it in neutral and dump it in. Anderson swings it to the near side. McKay and cannot come together. It pops up and out of play and lands in the penalty boxes. 6:24 to play here in the third. Chum's mom from Palmyra watching. It's Jessica Good. Barb Bauer says, let's go Toros. And Gerald Morgan down in Tucson having neck and spine surgery. Still tuned in. First off, good luck to you. Glad to have you aboard. I am funnier when you're on hospital grade painkiller. Far side, Albert pokes it ahead. McKay keeps it, swings it to the near side. Bobby Williams, long shot through traffic, shrugged away by Anderson. Make that Matt Marshnick behind the net, plays it to Albert. His long shot blocked out front by Stewart. Played down the wall, Matt Marshnick, long shot, that's blocked out front. Cannot finds it, comes to the near side. Murray touches for Morelli, flicked ahead. Rolls into the zone, Cannot plays up top. Nemenko with a long shot. That goes up and over. Comes back to the side of the net. Bobby Williams finds it. Swept to the far side. Cannot. His shot blocked. Played to the near side. Wickland couldn't find it. And it's jammed down into the Toro zone. Dawson's back on it. Far side Wickland comes across for Dane Ramirez. Ramirez into the zone. Crisscrosses with Foyles, then feeds Foyles. Foyles walks in. Can he stuff it? Bouncing puck. It's in. I think it was Spadaro. Foyles. Make it Foyles who will lead the Toros through the line. And suddenly it's a 2-goal lead. .504 to play, and the Toros lead by 2. Near side, dumped in. Butkus out of his net to stop. Play to the far side, diving poke by Foyles. Bruins go the other way. Klein hands off near side, Sorensen. Nolan, 4:42 to play. Toros lead by a pair. Far side, rung back around to the near. Bobby Williams plays across, broken up by Nolan. Nolan tied up, he hands to Pavlicic. Pavlicic drops it for Nolan. Down low, Pavlicic, he's pinned. Bruins start up ice. 4:12 to go here in the third. Thrown up ice, they wave off icing. Puck to the corner, Paddington and Prusek come together. Taken away, fed to McKay, who plays up top. Shot blocked to the corner. Jax Warren finds the loose change behind the net. Warren speeds ahead. Rolls it into the offensive zone. It didn't go far enough for icing. Murray throws in the middle. He wanted Cannot, but it was picked off. Bruins counter on the far side. Sam Marshnick in. Turns it over to Murray. Murray feeds Stewart. Stewart looking up ice. He missed Cannot, and they wave off icing because Cannot won the race. Near side, poked at by Stewart. Jammed in. Klein couldn't pull the trigger on a shot. This is Nichols in. Poked at. It's in. Davin Nichols makes it 4-1. Davin Nichols removes the drama for the most part. And now we've got a penalty, and Franchetti takes a run at Ramirez. Perot shaking the gloves. Perot sent to the box. And the Toros will go to the power play. Toros.
Klein, he'll win it. Pushed up top, Lund lofts one, and the cleanup!
Leading by 3 with 2:53 to play. Prusek. Ty James drops it to Connaught. Shot stopped by Butkus. Cross for Dane Ramirez. Ramirez. Draw to the left of Butkus. Bouncing puck. Toros control. Ty James looks up top for Prusek. Prusek walks in. Wires it's in! Did Nolan tip it? Or is it Prusek's goal? I think they're going to give it to Nolan again. Either way, it is now 5-1 Toros with 2:37 to play, just like we all thought it would be. .237 left in regulation, and Bruins fans are heading to the exit. This is Doyle dumping it in. Far side, puck poked, and it's Spadaro. He gains the red line and chips it deep. Puck moved to the near side. Beckwith lets it go. Spadaro keeps it. Ramirez pokes it to the middle. Bruins control. Far side. Flicked down the ice. It goes for an icing. Icing's brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Minute 57 left in regulation. Toros lead 5-1. Draw in the offensive zone off the icing. Icing is brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. Jax Warren throws it on net. It's gloved and held by Butkus. Draw to the left of Butkus with the Toros leading 5-1. Foils and Lipset on the draw. Apparently a bad drop. Foils never even moved his stick. Lipset Foils wins this one sideways. Toros can't corral it. Lipset finds it. Hands up the wall to Klein, whose dump in is blocked by Warren. Around to the near side. This is up top, Bobby Williams. Hands to Coleman. Coleman looks in the middle. Bobby Williams, shot blocked up and out of play. Defensive zone draw for the Toros. Draw one back by the Bruins. Quick shot, that one. Blocked up and out of play as well.
Klein.
Cross shot. Draw controlled by the Bruins. They pin in the corner. Minute 10 left here in regulation. Toros lead by 4. Puck around to the near side, Doyle. He's hit hard by Dane Ramirez. Chipped the puck in behind the net, Klein. Klein leaves for Coleman. Coleman and Habla come together. Habla wins the puck. Chips it up the near wall. Final minute of play brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment. Riley Mullins sweeps that up the far wall. Murray banks ahead. Ramirez didn't catch it cleanly. And it's poked deep into the Toro zone. Near side, Habla carries ahead. Final half minute as he'll just chip that in. Franchetti starts up ice, plays the far side. Dawson with a good hit there. Franchetti steps in as well, but the Toros come away with the puck. Banked to the near side. Warren hacks at it. Final 10 seconds. Toros will get their first win of the year over the Bruins. As the horn sounds to end the game, Toros, a 5-1 victory over the Austin Bruins. We will send you out to a commercial break. We'll come back with all of the replays on the Farmers Union postgame show after quick word from our partners.
Your plan speaks volumes when you're going to have a drink. Be intentional to ensure your safety and the safety of others by keeping just a few things in mind. The first is to look out for your friends and be the designated driver. Even if someone says they're fine doesn't mean they are. Second, incorporate water into your night. Ordering a glass can encourage your friends to take note. Third, be the person your friends trust and say no the next round. And fourth, lend a hand when your friends have reached their limit. Your plan speaks volumes. Know your drink. Know your limit.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Hey Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories. Our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros!
At First Command, our advisors are committed to coaching you towards a financial future worthy of your service. We're dedicated to coaching you from the start of your military career to retirement and beyond, at home or during deployment. For when things get tough and when times are good. Let us show you how we honor what matters most to you. It's time to get started today.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I'm the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family-oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started, I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and like so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more!
Welcome back inside the Spam Can. The Riverside Arena Toros get the 5-1 victory over the Austin Bruins. A lot of highlights, most of them in the third, but let's go back all the way to the first period. Toros got on the board first, but first of many big saves from Chase Anderson. Sorensen does well to keep that in the zone. Now he walks right down Broadway. Shot goes up and over. It comes over the crossbar. Back in front. And Anderson got the glove on it. I'm sure it was Nolan on the power play. Bench is busy trying to get another look. Takes the initial shot. Nolan gets the tip out front, and it just trickles in to make it 1-0 Toros. But the Bruins would answer back with a deflection goal of their own. Sam Marchand get help from would deflect the shot from Perot to tie the game. Shot redirected into the first intermission. Second period rolled around, no scoring, but another big save from Anderson on the near side. Bruins start up ice. Lipset has Haruza with him. Fed in for Haruza, and able to get the toe on it was Anderson. Able to get the stop. That'll bring us to the third period when the Toros exploded. First, it was Dane Ramirez. Speeds out of the zone on the far side. Getting his own rebound. Feeds Ramirez. Shot save made. Follow-up try. It's in. Too much for Butkus. And that gave the Toros a 2-1 lead.
Klein, he'll win it.
Gives the Toros
pushed up top, Lund.
Lost
one. In the cleanup. It's tapped. Did they score? No. He put a glove on it. How did that not go in?
Into the zone to extend the Toro lead. Then feeds Foyles. Foyles walks in. Can he stuff it? Bouncing puck. It's in. Home. I think it was Spadaro. Got Davin Nichols would add another. That would make it 4-1 in favor of the Toros. A nice Nichols in. Poked at. It's in. Davin Nichols. And got a couple of whacks at it to get it to go in. And then Nolan is second of the night on the power play for the Toros. Ty James looks up top for Prusek. I know this Prusek walks in. Wires it in. It was on the power play. Another redirect, this time of a Prusek shot. Did Nolan tip it? Or is it Prusek's goal? I think they're going to give it to Nolan again. Final. So, the total penalty minutes in the game, just 16. So that goes under. But the Toros' power play opportunities, 3.5 goes over. Toros' goals, 2.5. That goes over. Let's see if we had anyone get all three correct. We did. Dan Koopman is our forebears over-unders winner. And then, McDonald's Toros trivia question. How many Toros have put up a 100-point season or career as Minotauros? Correct answer was 3. Jacko Hannison at 136, Trevor Stahowiak 118, and Christian Mose 101. 43.3% of you had the correct result. We will draw a winner at random. It is Franklin Booker. Franklin Booker, you can get your free lunch from our friends at Dakota Drive McDonald's at the Toros' next home game, which is next Friday and Saturday, final home games of the regular season. For Sebastian Machado, Kobe Brault, and Edward Neiman, and Presley Davis, I'm Ken Oda, hoping you enjoyed the broadcast as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. We'll be back at it tomorrow night. Toros look to get the sweep of the Austin Bruins here in the Spam Can. Until then, have a good night.